Yeah, we back with another one, you know. When we got something to say, we just, you know what I'm saying, lights, camera, action. But of course, it's being caught, right? And recorded. No edits. I don't need to do that anymore, because I am the edit. It's being edited right now. Live. But, man, so today, I really want to come at y'all about this particular topic here. I found in a book I was reading. Cosmic consciousness. Fire. Fire. In fact, I'll just bring it right out immediately. This is the book here that it came from. Shabaka Stone. You may have heard of it. You may have heard of it. Of course, it is written by the great, phenomenal Kaba Hayawata Kamane. We give thanks. We give thanks. And the great Kaba has recaptured and realliterated Shabaka Stone, which was written eons ago. The time is irrelevant to me. The concepts and the precepts that are written and described within this book goes to the great length on trying to, describe the origin and continuation of the development of the cosmic universe. Before creation was created, before the beginning began, what was it? What was there? And the great Shabaka, a particular pharaoh during a particular time period in ancient Kemet, made sure to keep these ideas alive and beating, And the great Kaaba has came across it and felt that it was extremely important to propel such concepts and knowledge within our present time of 2025. And he did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal work, Professor. Behalf of the ancestors, behalf of all of us, we thank you for the great work to which you have done to presently revisit, to remember what Shabaka has inscribed and tried to tell us in ways that are beyond and within imagination, I must say. Phenomenal. Nevertheless, cosmic consciousness. I'm going to read you an excerpt from it that left a great impression within my mind, within my spirit. And I thought I'd just come, and share it to you guys and break bread and see what you guys think about it, To me, the concept of mind being blown is a interesting one, So let's start, literally. So it's within chapter 5, and the subtitle is called Cosmic Consciousness. The philosophy of the birth of cosmic consciousness in the individual is very similar to the birth of self-consciousness. The mind becomes overcrowded with concepts and consistently becomes larger, more numerous, and more complex. When conditions become favorable, fusion takes place. A new nuclei. This union joins complex concepts with moral nature. The result is an intuition, an instinctive free will, leading to the birth of the instinctive, intuitional mind. Wow. The prime characteristics of cosmic consciousness is the unity of everything and all within the universe. Along with the consciousness of the cosmos, there occurs an intellectual universe. There occurs intellectual enlightenment or elimination, which alone will place the individual on a new plane of existence. Wow. It will make her, him, almost a member of a new species of animal beyond human. She, he, could be called super sapiens. Or, if you prefer, Homo perfectus, the next level of organic genius. Each human has the seed to give birth to the next higher level of consciousness. To this is added a state of moral exaltation, an indescribable feeling of elevation, elation, bliss, and joyousness. There is a quickening of the moral sense, which is important to the individual attaining the enhanced intellectual power. A human entering into cosmic consciousness belongs to the top layer of the world, of self-consciousness. He does not necessarily have to possess an extraordinary intellect, though she must be grounded in universal knowledge. He will have good nutritional and preventative health practices, but above all, he must have an exalted moral nature, a strong sympathies and empathies, a warm, caring heart, courage with strong and earnest spiritual commitment. Of course, to further lay out the traits of these, beings who have achieved cosmic consciousness, you have a sense of external existence, loss of fear of death, moral exaltations, intellectual illumination, sudden, instant, increased mental awareness, prophetic stimulation of the personal aura or charm, and spiritual transmutation, to name a few. And of course, an example of a being that he highlighted was the great Dr. Martin Luther King. Wow. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. And now, as you continue to hear these traits, you start to realize that cosmic consciousness, is here. Indeed, there has also been beings that has been highlighted throughout eons. Your most infamous and famous one from the past 2,000 years is your boy, Jesus Christ. Cosmic conscious being. Whether he lived or not, doesn't matter. There are many stories across different cultures that say the same thing with different names and labels accordingly to the customs and traditions of that particular culture and region. Of course, consciousness is only one thing, and it's only split up in infinite ways, so therefore, it will be conscious according to its environment and what's available to express itself. So therefore, this is why all of these stories are similar, even when you go into your religions, Islam, Hinduism, Christianity, Judaism, all the isms that there is, they all say the same thing, They preach about cosmic consciousness, that all is one, one is all. We are not separated at all. If I remove the label of whatever you are called, who are you? Things become very much drastically interesting when we reach that level of questioning, of self-consciousness, conscious of being conscious. It's a fantastic thing, And I believe that when humanity reaches this level, or strive to this level, things start to turn around for the greater and for the positive, It's just how it is. But of course, there is a retraction, oftentimes throughout the cycle of life, throughout the cycle of the universe. But ultimately, this retraction does give way to birth a greater positive. Fascinating how's that work. Truly fascinating. It's a fantastic mechanism that requires to be studied for eons and eons, and it has been studied for eons, and yet we only have concepts and perceptions to elaborate to each other using intellect, language, and reason to convey what it is that these images have, that is being propelled through our nervous system and our brain, and we put it with our heart chakra as well to assimilate what we think is what it is. It's fascinating. It is truly beautiful, 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 And once you reach up here, you don't want to come back down. You don't want to reverse. You don't want to go back. Truly, you don't want to go back. You want to continue to enlighten all the reflections that is out there. Yes, you, a reflection of moi. awe in each and every one of you, because it's inevitable that we learn about this knowledge, you know. Beautiful. Another thing that also just ran across my mind, to dare think about the beginning of existence. In fact, before existence even existed. You have these trons just there. Super hot plasma water with no organizations whatsoever. And then suddenly these trons start to convey themselves and decide that they want to know who they are. And so the process of becoming starts, isn't it? And infamously, the concept of becoming starts with a trinity. So, the trinity that I want to bring up is, of course, your protons, your electrons, your neutrons. Original trinity. This is what we, call them in English, but of course, if you want to go back to where it was first conceptualized, it's often called atum, pata, nun. The conversion of energy into matter, and with atum, using the creative word or the spoken word to give life and labels and names to what is being created. And so these are the original trinities that the great Shabaka makes sure to mention in our observation of the reality that which we are swimming in, right? Of course, electrons is the electricity that gives life. The protons is the magnetic attraction. And the neutrons is what comes and balances it all out. Oh my goodness. Powerful. Powerful. And then from that little microcosmic iteration, you can go ahead and for sure confirm that in the macrocosmic iteration, it is exactly the same way. Therefore, usher in the saying of as above, as below, as within, as without. But of course, this trinity is only for the explanation of the finite mind. Outside the finite mind is infinite. And infinite is, of course, is one. And from the one is all. Powerful concept. Powerful, powerful, And therefore, the stories of trinities are created. But remember, neutrons is a very neutral way of looking at things. Electrons, the male, masculine, electricity. Protons, the feminine, the magnetism of the world, equals or equates to none. As there are 28 electric charges, there has to be an equivalent 28 negative charges. And of course, with the balancing act of neutrons, they come together and equate to zero, the singularity. Whew. Powerful and quite beautiful, I must say. Something to be thought about, something to be, spoken about as well. I guarantee you, if our educational system presented it like how they did in ancient Kemet, our people will be extremely far off right now. Nevertheless, here in this present moment, we have all the knowledge within us. We have it here. And now we can conceptualize a new educational system with all of this knowledge and propel it for the next generation to come that is here. And they will be able to achieve cosmic consciousness and then some, of course. And so we give thanks to Kappa, Hayawata Kamane, for he also created Shabaka Stone for children. You should probably go look into it. He breaks it down in a way or in a manner that it could be understood. My cat likes to be a star, likes to mingle with things when she shouldn't be. Of course, if I was in her position and I see this particular object, I would go and sniff it out too and check it out, as the inquisitor I am. Zuki, hi. You want to come and say something? Oh, is that all you want to let out? No problem, no pressure. Anywho, I am wearing one of my products, by the way. More Art Than Human is the brand. These exquisite one-of-one designs are for me, of course. In the coming present, we will start to sell exclusive artwork to those whose frequency resonate to the messages that are being displayed in various forms of art. To any future supporters, present supporters, there will be ways for you to purchase and, share your wealth, share your support, either or. It's coming. We are creating a way to continue to get this message out through all mediums and platforms that I can, in a manner that better suits my soul and spirit, of course. Nevertheless, we are here. We are now. Peace to the gods. Peace to the goddesses. May you were risen from your slumber and rise towards cosmic consciousness.